All right, guys, Jeff here. Just wanted to give you a lowdown. I've got my pool out here, started the season, maybe it's actually well into the season, but I do have some black algae, and this is probably a familiar sight to any of you that have had a pool. You know that you from time to time will get this, and I'm just going to show you today in a couple of really cool, very simple, ineffective ways to combat your black algae. But it starts by understanding that black algae is different. I just did test on my water. I know that my chemicals are clean and good where they need to be, so it's not a lack of chemicals. It just grows different, and the best way to combat it I found is with a wire brush and a little bit of a chlorine tablet, and I'm going to show you that. But the wire brush does a great job of removing the slime coat that's on top of it that protects it. So even if you all you did was to take this little wire brush and scrub over top of it, and you were to shock the pool at this time, yeah, you will kill a lot of that black algae just by doing that measure alone. And that will obviously take the top part of it. You can imagine that wire brush going over top of that. The wire brush alone will help you combat that black algae. But as you can see, even after I'm trying not to stir this up too much because I want you to still be able to see this, but even after taking that wire brush to it, there is a residual of black algae that persists on the bottom, especially in these Pebble Tech pools, just in between the crevices. And so that's kind of where this guy comes in. And let's switch over to that real quick. You can use your same pool stick, but go ahead and just take this out. Now, I like to do the whole pool with the wire brush first before I do this step, but you can then switch to this guy, which is a really simple but well-designed tool that helps you combat it. It basically takes and holds your standard 3-inch size pool tablets, and just your straight chlorine ones work just fine. I've got one here that was left over the last time I was fighting these guys, so I'm going to finish that one off. But as you can see, it just takes this standard size 3-inch tablet and holds it in there. Now, the good news is, let's make sure you can see this, is that what you're basically going to do, I like to just play tic-tac-toe with it, come down here on the bottom and mark it. So you can see that what happens is that little bit of chlorine tablets that left in there will leave a little bit of a chalky line. You can kind of see that down there here, and then I just crosshatch it. So once you come at it one way, and let's get this pointed in the other direction here, so it is pointed up. There we go. Make sure that's pointed to where this is actually going to scrape on that. But I try to get it to where it's going to leave just a little bit of that chalk line there on the bottom. And once you kind of crosshatch this, you can see how that's leaving that chalky residue on the bottom. That does it. So a combination of taking your wire brush and kind of scraping that slime coat off of it, and then coming back and getting what's left by leaving those white chalky lines over top of it, that's definitely a surefire way to rid your pool of it. And I can promise you for the rest of the season that where you've done this and you've done it in both of those steps, it will not come back. Now, my pull vac is encroaching on our video here, which is fine, but you can see it's not a pull vac issue. The vacuum's not going to suck that off the bottom like it would leaves or other debris off the bottom. But this combination of using the wire brush and the cross-hatching effect, or the tic-tac-toe effect of going over the bottom with that chlorine tab, is pretty much what it takes. And you can see, maybe let me just zoom in here to make sure you can see that. Yeah, you can see those marks. So it's definitely leaving you a good amount of chlorine residue right on the bottom. And believe it or not, you can come back in the morning, even before then, that chlorine will be dissolved. The black algae in those areas will be gone for the rest of the season. So anyway, if you're having trouble with black algae like I have, and here comes a swimming German wire hair pointer. If you're having problems with that the black algae like I have, try these steps. You can find the links to these products, both the wire brush, again, that little small wire brush, and the tablet holder in the link to this video. And by all means, if you like the content, by all means, please share it, subscribe to my channel, and then comment, let me know what you do to get rid of your black algae. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you next time on The Lowdown.